Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode of Tazzcraft Season 2. We're back in the base, as always, and over there you can see the masterpiece done by me in the previous episode. Is episode 13 this episode, and in the previous episode it was episode 12, and over here I wasn't actually involved in the making of this video. So pretty much what me and my good friend in real life, Car Craziness 49, did, his channel will be in the description, hopefully, if I remember. What we did is I recorded one of his videos and he recorded one of my videos. So I made a car spotting video and he made a Tazzcraft episode. And in that episode, he built this carrot farm, which will actually be very useful for the future, provided by Caltex Express. This is actually going to be very useful later down the line, as I'm going to want to do quite a bit with villages, and that'll involve getting a lot of carrots. So this is actually going to be very useful. And this is pretty close to Tasman's base as well. It is just over there. You might be... Yep, you can just see it over the mountain there. It's very close to Tasman's base, meaning he can probably use this as well if he wants. Just replant the crops. But I think the first project for today's episode is going to be to patch up this little hole here. Unfortunately, he stumbled across a ravine and yeah, it wasn't the best thing. So I'm going to go grab some sand, some cobblestone, and I'm going to fill in that little area. Also guys, I don't know if I've mentioned this in an episode, I probably have, but I'm using vanilla tweaks, which basically gives me 3D rails, 3D ladders, and lily pads, and that sort of things. I've got the age 25 kelp, you might be able to see that in here. Yep, as you can see, there's the age 25 kelp, right there, has a different texture. And also, clean redstone. Now, I actually made this clean redstone texture myself. I'm pretty proud of it, honestly. The reason why I made it myself is because there was some Z fighting going on with the corners, and that is a thing that happens with 1.9, which is really quite annoying. However, the default redstone texture kind of gets around this, so I had to design a redstone texture that gets around it as well. So I did, and this texture does get around that issue, and I'm pretty happy with it. If you do want to download the clean redstone, let me know in the comments, and I might provide a download link, maybe in the next episode of Tazzcraft, not too sure. Anyway, I'm going to grab some sand and some dirt, and yeah, I'll be back with you once I've patched in those holes. Hole number 1 has been filled in, and hole number 2 has been filled in. There we go. So that was really quite a quick and easy project. It didn't really take too long. Anyway, so what I'm going to be doing for this whole episode is, you may have been able to tell by the title, I'm going to be building some infrastructure. Actually, no, you won't be able to tell, because I decided that halfway through this recording I would make the title something else. So yeah, what is actually in the title is going to come later in the video. So yeah, but I will be building some infrastructure. The original title was going to be infrastructure for farms or something like that. So except that really ended up being a quick project. So yeah, some infrastructure for farms specifically, and just, I guess, the whole base in general. And I kind of need to remove that anti-prank that I that little prank I pulled on myself. Yeah, we need to start pulling pranks on other people, not just myself. I guess that's a bit of like a training run. And I might actually fill this guy in. It doesn't really serve that much of a purpose anymore. But yeah, so pretty much I am going to get to work and head over to the base once I have put all my items away. There we go. The anti-teacup prank has been removed. Finally. It's about time. Anyway, I'm going to find the center of the base, which I believe is right about here, along this line, and then about here. Okay, there we go. So that is the center of the base, right there. That is the center block. And pretty much what I'm going to be basing this, well, base around is, I'm going to be basing it around a giant tube that goes around here. Have I been recording in 30 FPS this whole time? Good news, we haven't been recording in 30 FPS, it just feels slightly slower for some reason. But yeah, basically what we're going to be basing this base around is a tube. So that's going to sound very anticlimactic, but my plan is I'm going to have some sort of a mob farm up there, and then there'll be a tube where all the mobs fall down and all the farms are going to funnel into the same tube, and the tube's going to go right the way down to bedrock and then get collected by some hoppers and then distributed. So that's going to be the main project for today's episode. There will be another project I will be doing, but that'll be left as a bit of a surprise. Again, no it won't. It is literally the title and thumbnail of the video. So yeah, that tube, not the main project of the video. Turns out building a tube doesn't take very long. Who would have thought? Anyway, on with the episode. I'm going to stop talking now. So be sure to watch the whole episode for that. Anyway guys, I'm going to clear out a bit more area here. And yeah, I think this right here is going to be the size of the tube. This will be the shape of the tube, I think, from memory. I might have to check it. Okay, I can confirm, and I'm not going to be using sandstone as the final block here, but glass will be going here, right the way up, all the way to the sky into where the mob spawner will be. So I think, yeah, it's a decently sized tube. Mobs can definitely fit down here and stuff. And what I think I'm going to do now is I'm going to dig this hole right here, this little square hole, right the way down to bedrock. It shouldn't take too long. It's just a 5x5 area, and I do have quite a high efficiency on my pickaxe. And I think, yeah, you know what? I think I might do this in the form of a third-person time-lapse. So I'm going to get the camera account on here, and I'm going to do a bit of a third-person time-lapse. I hope you enjoy. Guys, so I have cleared this area down to level 5, which happens to be bedrock level, and I ran into a couple problems with obsidian, as you probably saw in that time lapse. Yeah, apparently the easiest way to get rid of it is to use gravity blocks like gravel or sand, which I had some on me. I don't know, it just looks more impressive, and plus I'm gonna need obsidian later on anyway, so I thought I would just gather the obsidian anyway. So I actually had to go up, sleep, put away some of my blocks, so I decided to grab some ladders while I was doing that. I actually remembered 2, which is amazing. I normally don't remember stuff like that. And we didn't have enough. I remembered it, yay, except we didn't have enough ladders. Oh well. Anyway, we have cleared out that whole 5x5 area down to bedrock, and now in that time, hopefully, all my glass has smelted. Okay, I also cooked up a whole bunch of glass in these furnaces right here. So we've got around about 6 stacks of glass, which will be pretty good for now. However, in the future, I'm definitely going to need some more glass. I might even consider building some form of a super smelter over in maybe in that area or in this hillside. I'm not too sure. Alright, so even though a lot of these blocks down the side aren't going to be the final blocks I use, I'm really not too sure what those final blocks will be. So I'm just going to start building up this little tube made out of glass here, and I think I might just cut to you when I've run out of glass, because surely I'm going to run out pretty soon. Yeah, I've almost already gone through a stack, and I've gone up probably about 3 layers there. Yeah, that's really not a lot. I'm gonna put down as much glass as I can here, and I will be back with you then. And there we go. That got us that far. 6.5 stacks of glass got us only that high up. Okay, it's a lot more higher. It seems a lot higher from down here, I guess. But that didn't get us nearly as far as I would have hoped. Yeah, I really think we do. I really think we do need a super smelter. Pretty much I'm going to grab these furnaces and I'm going to set up a manual super smelter. It'll be manual for now. I'm going to go set that up somewhere and I will be back with you once I've done that. And there we go. So I thought I would just set up some furnaces up here, because it's going to be temporary anyway. And dried kelp blocks are an amazing fuel source. Each dried kelp block smelts 20 items. So, and you only need 9 dried kelp to actually make it. So it's pretty much a 200% profit in smelting power, I guess, with the kelp that you're getting out of it. But yeah, so I think I'm going to load these 2 furnaces up as well. Pretty much what I've been doing is 3 in there, 3 in there, and then if you grab 1, 2, 4 out there, 4 out there, and then, yeah, each smelts 20, then 20 times 3 is 60, then it perfectly fits, and we've got plenty of sand, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. But anyway, while I do that, I think I'm going to start another little project that I said I would do at the beginning of the episode. I never stated what it was though, and it'll involve removing those 3 blocks. Alright guys, so we are in my testing world. I just crouched while flying, which you can't do anymore, and tried to hit, which you can't do in spectator mode. So yeah, that was kind of useless. And I pressed F1 as well. It doesn't really do anything. Anyway, right here is what I'm going to be building on the Tazzcraft server. As you can see, if I hop into creative mode right here, basically, this is the floor of the storage system. So you access your chest here, all flush with the ground. You stand on these stairs, you press the button, and it brings you down, just like that. Pretty cool. And then you're brought into this enchanting room with a grindstone and an enchanting thing. And this button brings you back up, so you can go back up to the top and go back down. It's done with an RS NOR latch. But right here, if you press this button, you get 3 pieces of lapis, which you can use to enchant. But if you don't want them, chuck them behind the enchantment table and they go back into the system. Yeah, it's just a hopper going back into the dropper. But let's take a look at the redstone behind this. So first, we have the little triple piston extender thing here. Now this is made really easy with slime blocks. You may have noticed earlier in the episode, I had a handful of slime balls, just a little bit over a stack. Which will help with making this, obviously. So pretty much, if you're not too sure how this works, I might do a tutorial in the future, not too sure, but yeah, this basically retracts it. So this, it pulls it down, pulls it down, pulls it down, and then you end up at the bottom. And the way that is activated is with this button, activates this little RS NOR latch with the droppers here. They do that, it inverts, and it sends a thing down. So let's see it in action. So you can see the item is no longer in this dropper, but is now in this dropper. This activates turning this off. And if I press it again, it doesn't do anything, as you can see right there. However, down here, this line runs around and into this dropper, but it runs into both of them. It powers this dropper directly, but powers this dropper through this block, which happens to be a dropper. So I believe this works as a bit of a T flip-flop. So if we press that button, never mind, it doesn't. Okay, that's fine. I guess you'll be stuck if you press that. But yeah, so pretty much, yeah, that's just about the whole system. And yeah, the lapis dispenser is really quite easy. It's just this little 3x3 area here, and pretty much what it does is that this observer acts as a dual edge monostable circuit, which basically, I'll just show you real quick. Basically what that does is activates and then activates again when on the rising edge and falling edge of the pulse. This also works with redstone wire, and that's pretty much what we're using for this system, except it's powering a dropper. And of course the dropper's full of items. So as you can see, once, twice. So that gives us the 2, and then we just need to do 3 through this little monostable circuit on a timer here. And the way this is done is this is perfectly timed, so that that'll go like that, boom, and boom, just like that. So pretty much you press the button, 1, 2, 3, just like that. Let's put those back in, 1, 2, 3. As you can see there, it dispenses 3 items, which is really cool. So this is just the little circuit here, that is basically what's up there, down here. And then right here, we just have a hopper going into the dropper, which is full of lapis. And that hopper is, of course, the item collection hopper right behind here. If we chuck in a few of these items here and head back up to the top. And then check the dropper. Actually, they wouldn't have gone through. But yeah, you can see that's the same hopper right there. So this little unit here is essentially what we're going to be building on the Tazzcraft Season 2 world. So I'm going to dig out, I'm going to clear out a little area and gather all the resources to be able to build this thing. Alright, so I've cleared out a pretty sizable chunk of land right here. Unfortunately, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to power this lamp. Hopefully I'll be able to figure out something, but yeah, here is the little hole that I've dug. It's a bit more than little though. If we head up here, I had to do a little bit of terraforming, if that's what you can call it. Yeah, I just kind of jutted this bit out. Maybe I'll terraform it in the future. I'm not too sure. I honestly, I can't remember how much space is going to take up, and I can't be bothered to go back into the testing world. So I'm just hoping for the best. But what I think I'm going to need to do now is, I wonder what the place would look like with obsidian. Okay. Honestly, I'm not too sure. I mean, it looks alright. And the buttons definitely stand out a little bit more, and it'll be a lot easier to gather because I've already got pretty much all the obsidian needed for this build. And it does blend in with the enchantment table quite well. Maybe if I get, like a black carpet to put over that. Okay, maybe. Is that still level 30 though? Let's see. If I put a sword in here, yeah, that's level 30. That's a terrible enchant, but anyway, I think that looks alright. Honestly, yeah, you know what? I think it's okay. I think it looks alright. I think this is what I'm gonna end up doing on the Tazzcraft server. So I'm going to put in, I guess, the outer shell with all the obsidian, and I'll put the enchantment table in as well. And let's just see how it looks. Alright, so I've got this little basic shell of what the place is going to be like. So this is going to be the entrance, and I think I'm going to change up the block palette a little bit. So what I'm thinking is if we get some polished andesite maybe, and then put that around where the enchantment table is going to go, just like that. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, oh, I need some more. 3, 1, 2, 3. I would have had the perfect amount if I didn't craft those extra. But I keep falling down here. Pretty much, yeah, I think this is what I'm going to do. I had 4 more pieces of obsidian, and I really didn't feel like gathering some more. So, although this decision is kind of based on what materials I have, I think it's alright. So, another thing that I want to do is put down slabs just like this. I'm going to need a few more along there, and some more for right here as well. But, yeah, so that's pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much that's pretty much it for the progress update. What I'm going to do now, get a few more slabs, and at the same time put in the enchantment table. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do next. And there we go. So that is the enchanting table in. Now I feel like what I'm going to have to do about this redstone lamp is I'm going to have to put a lever on it. It's not going to look the best, but I think it'll be the most functional. So I'm going to craft up a real quick lever, if I have any sticks, which 1.14, sticks dropping from trees, it's amazing. Anyway, we have a lever now, and now let's put this under here. No, it has to be symmetrical. I don't know why levers are so quiet. Maybe that was a vanilla tweaks thing. Anyway, I don't think that looks too bad, honestly. It's a bit of a pain. It's not the best looking thing in the world, but I think it's alright. So, what I'm going to try and do is I think I might put in the redstone for this little enchantment table thing here. So I'm going to put down a button, and I'm going to start wiring in all the redstone bits. So I thought I may as well do this little tiny bit of redstone on camera. So, basically, we need not a dropper. We don't need a dropper. We need an observer and a block right there. Then we need a dot of redstone. We need to have a repeater set to 4 ticks, just like that. A sticky piston with a block on its face. That's not going to interfere with anything. another repeater set to 1 tick, and then 2 more pieces of redstone, which I actually totally forgot about. Anyway, as I was saying, 2 more pieces of redstone. Actually, we only need 1 piece and a block there. Okay, yeah, there we go. That is the full redstone contraption right there. Now that should be working. Let's give it a real quick test. Let's chuck in a bunch of items here, and then 3 items, just like that. There we go. Awesome. So, yeah, that system is fully working. This little redstone contraption right here. That's pretty awesome. So, now the next thing we need to do is to put in the little redstone elevator. Now, I think the first step of that is going to be to put in the RS NOR latch. And with that, the RS NOR latch is in. It's so easy. I I absolutely love it. Anyway, let's chuck an item. Let's put a spider eye in there. And then pretty much what we need to do from there is have a comparator output there that goes into a block, and then another block down here, and then we need to have a redstone torch on that block's face. Luckily I came prepared. And then we just need to have blocks coming out here, just like this, and then have the redstone line on there. And then we also need to have a comparator there, and from there we pretty much just need to put in this little redstone line here, which will end up going across, yes, okay. Just about straight. Oh, I forgot you can sneak under these. Oh, that's awesome. And then down a block there. Just like that. Will it stop you from going off blocks? No. So you can actually sneak off blocks now, kind of unofficially. Anyway. So then that's the redstone line in there. Alright, awesome. Now we just need to put in the stuff for the rest of the little, I can't think of words right now. These stone brick stairs will go in right about here. Yep, there we go. For once a bug actually helped me. And that's convenient right there. Anyway, so there's the blocks there. We've got these. And then now we just need to put in the pistons and the redstone for it. And just like that, we've got the pistons in as well. Now I'm going to move my little second account over here, which is taking reference bits for me. Okay, there we go. So now, basically what we need to do is have a block down there and a block up there, just like that. So now we just need redstone on those, just like that. And then now this top block will go over here, just like this, into a piece of obsidian. I think I might actually have almost the perfect amount of obsidian for this. Anyway, that's gonna go in just like that. That didn't need to be an obsidian block, but that doesn't really matter too much. I actually need some repeaters. There we go. Now, so yeah, you can see it's already kind of working, I do believe. Anyway, all we need is this last block down here with a repeater on there, set to 2 ticks, that, and a obsidian block, just like that. So that is actually done in the wrong order, which is a little bit worrying. So, alright, that's perfect, and let's see if it works. It looks like, yes! It looks like it did. Awesome. Okay, now we just need to put in a full block just there. Chuck in a real quick button. Yes! Amazing. Okay, and then down here, if we just redirect the line just like that, that should activate this dropper instead, meaning that if I move the button back over here, press it, there we go. There we go. Okay, so that's all the redstone in. This is the first, pretty much the first proper redstone project of Tazzcraft Season 2. And the first proper redstone project for a very long time, honestly. And that was really enjoyable. I actually really liked that. I haven't done a redstone project in survival like this for a really long time, and that was pretty fun. There we go. So now we have a little grindstone right there. And temporarily I don't have anything here, so I might have to just block that up for now. It's not super symmetrical, but I think it definitely does the job. Now pretty much all I need to do is put in a lot of this sand back, do a little bit of terraforming, and we're just about done with this little project here, which is awesome. I'm really happy with that. And what I think I might also do is I might need a few more slabs for this. Oh no, I got plenty. Is I might bring out the stone slabs a little bit further, just to make them look a little bit better, I think, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm gonna try and terraform this place a little bit and get it looking up to scratch. Alright, so I think this little bit of terraforming looks okay. It's definitely not winning any awards, but I think it's smooth enough for it to pass as, I guess, natural. No, that does not look natural in the slightest, but I think that's okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be coming by and touching up this area quite a bit over the coming, I guess, year or however long we are on this Tazzcraft server for. But yeah, so there we go. That is this little project complete. I'm really happy with this. We just hit the button. We can go down, do all our enchanting bits, get 3 pieces of lapis, and then head back up to the top. Which that reminds me, I think I'm gonna put all the lapis in. Yeah, let's just craft up all that. There we go. Now I'm gonna click this button, head down, chuck all of this lapis in. We probably only really need 3 stacks. I mean, we're not gonna be enchanting a full stack of tools anytime soon. So I think I'm going to convert this back, chuck it back into my valuables chest, and continue on my merry way. So I think that just about does it. Actually, no, it does not just about do it. What am I talking about? What I totally forgot about for the rest of this episode is there's a creeper up there, and I do not want that guy to come over and blow me up. No, you're not coming close. Alright, I got him. Anyway, I forgot about these. These guys with all of the millions and millions of blocks of glass right here. I think over the coming weeks I'm definitely going to smelt up a lot of glass. Look at all that glass. That's a hell of a lot of glass. I think one of the first projects we need to do in this new base is to build a massive super smelter. I think that would be pretty good. Anyway, I'm going to place in the rest of this glass and let's see how high up I can end up going. So I've come up with a pretty good system. So pretty much, I figured out that 5 is how long this thing is. There's 4 of them per layer. 5 times 4 is 20. Times 2, because there's 2 layers I'm doing at a time, 40. So it actually takes 40 glass to do 2 layers of this thing. So I split my inventory up into 40s, as you can see right here. And, yeah, it worked out pretty well. And it turns out I had the perfect amount minus 2, which I actually had already there. So I actually had the perfect amount, which is really cool. Anyway, we've managed to make some really sizable progress on this thing. Thank God for feather falling. Yeah, wow. This, I think that is going to be about the layer we start our mob farm on anyway. Yeah, that is a big tube. That is a really, really massive tube. But I think I'm going to go to sleep and then I might end off the episode there. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Tazzcraft. It was quite an interesting one. We got pretty much the first redstone project of the server, which was awesome, as well as we built this massive tube. So yeah, by the sounds of it, it doesn't sound like we really did much, did we? We built a massive tube. Yeah, good job. But I feel like this was a pretty good episode, and I'm pretty happy with this. Anyway guys, I think that just about does it for this episode of Tazzcraft Season 2. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider like, subscribe, whatever. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.